Division Go.
The Oneonta Weather Camera, brought to you by Curtis Lumber, now open in New Hartford.
Good evening, everyone. Thomas Tellerino here for News Channel 2 Sports. I'm at the Adirondack Bank Center. We're in about a half hour. The Comets will take on the Rochester Americans for an AHL North Division matchup. First game between the two rivals this year. Comets 0-1 to start out. They got an overtime loss and 1 point last weekend. Rochester 1-1 coming into this game. They got a win last Friday against the Toronto Marlies at home. But we got more than just Comets here tonight, folks. It is Friday. You know what that means. Sports Express tonight at 11. And we have an absolute action-packed slate for you tonight. Let's take a look at some of the games on tap for high school football. And we start out with a huge game in Class B. New Hartford welcomes in VBS to Donnie Dick Field as this is a Class B East matchup. Spartans 6-0, Red Devils 5-1. The winner will sit at the top of the division a couple weeks before sectionals. Big game right there in case for any seeding issues in Class B. And then we take a look in Class D. Four-time defending Class D champs Dolgeville. They take on Mount Markham at home tonight. Blue Devils 5-1 coming into this one. Mustangs 2-4. It's a rematch of the past two section title games. Dodgeville won last year's 49-8. Also in Class D tonight, Notre Dame heads out to Herkimer. Jugglers have won 3 straight games after not winning a single game since 2022. They're catching fire right before playoffs. And on the other side, Herkimer, they come in 2-4, looked behind an ugly loss against Lowville last week. That's just 3 games right there. We got some more competitive games in 8-man football. Take a look at this 3-game slate. The first one, we have Frankfort Schuyler taking on Cooperstown at home. Frankfort Schuyler 6-0 on the year, keeping pace for what they've been doing for the past couple of seasons. Just running through 8-man. Tonight, they take on the Hawkeyes, who are 3-3, and they're looking for another upset win here tonight. They upset undefeated West Canada Valley a couple weeks ago. Let's see if they can do it again here tonight in Frankfort. And then out in West Canada Valley, you have Waterville coming in, taking on the Nighthawks. Nighthawks won 4 straight games to start the year, but dropped their last 2 by double digits. On the other side, Waterville Eagles come into the night 5-1, have put up over 25 points a game so far this season. And then out in Whitesboro, Big Blue welcomes in Watertown to Chiz Fry Field. Whitesboro winning 5 straight since dropping their home opener to CBA. They're back on the field tonight and look for their 6th win in a row against a Cyclones team who's 2-5. They're looking for their first win in October. And then also tonight, out in Camillus, you have the RFA Black Knights taking on the West Genesee Wildcats. RFA dropping a couple of games, looking at back in the win column before the last week of the regular season. A ton of high school football games happening tonight on Sports Express. You're not going to want to miss it. Ben Kinney and I will navigate you through all the highlights for another edition of Sports Express. That's going to do it for me here in the Adirondack Bank Center. We'll be right back with more news. Split up after this season may be in the work, but before they do, they look to help CVA win a section banner before they head off to college. College hockey is right around the corner now, and Utica University men's hockey team is ranked 2nd in the nation for the D3 preseason poll for their 25th season of the program. Last season, Pioneers were national runners-up, losing to number 1 ranked Hobart. This season, there's been some roster change, but they also brings back some veterans as well. Drake Morse and Eric Vitale return, helping bring that firepower that you saw from last year's team. Last year, they averaged 4.26 goals a game. They're going to look to build off that this season and make another run for the title. They open up the regular season with 2 home contests against Adrian on October 31st and November 1st. Pioneers weren't the only team ranked in the area. Hamilton Continentals were ranked 8th in the poll. Continentals returning 25 players onto the roster, including forward Luke Chor. Last season, they made history, getting 21 wins, first NESAC title under head coach Rob Haberbush. Hamilton also advanced to the NCAA Division III Championship quarterfinals. This year, they kick off against Amherst College November 14th, followed by a non-conference game at SUNY Canton.